Got some big news going on today. Happy to tell you, I got a ticket to ride the bus up to Hanford, to the nuclear reservation up the way, have a tour of the B Reactor. B Reactor is the first plutonium production facility in the world. Right here in Richland, Washington, up the road. Walk right in and say hello to 1943. It's gonna be great. And that's coming up on Saturday. I got some work to do first. We got a lot of history to try and cover to get up to the point of going into that reactor and really understand. Could you be louder? Jeez. Muffler boy. Anyway, we got a whole buildup of a story, and my goal in the next couple of episodes, I'm gonna put out some walk and talks. And I'm gonna try and hit one each day up until we go to Hanford. Can't believe I'm saying that. I'm going to Hanford. Going right up to the belly of the beast and gonna say hello. Ha! It'll be fun. Cameras are allowed. Everything's allowed. It's part of Department of Defense, and I've tried to sign up for the last 4 years, I think, maybe 5 years. It was always full. Could never get on the bus. Well, guess what? Saturday, there was one ticket left. I got it. If you are interested or tuned in for my Fuji GFX 50S2 stuff, that's coming up, but this just popped into the mix, so we got some history to do. I'm going to try and go way back and bring you into how this whole B Reactor came to be. Thanks for coming. This episode is for information purposes. I'm going to tell you what I know about the early years here in Richland, Washington. I'm talking early years. Hey, thanks for coming. Hope you find this informative. And hope you find this informative. So let's go way back. Did we have dinosaurs here? Yeah, we did. Just like Montana, Idaho, North, South Dakota. We had dinosaurs here. So why isn't there any record of it? Why don't they dig up dinosaurs here? Well, after that period, about 16 million years ago, lava flows started happening here. They were from the Yellowstone hotspot that just is making its way across this country due to continental shift, right? I think that's it. Don't quote me on all this. Go listen to Nick Zentner. He knows how it really went down. I'm just kind of filling in the gaps for you. You got a sticker? You okay? All right. 16 million years ago, we had relentless lava flows here. Yellowstone hotspot lava flows due to continental shift, right? Yeah, due to continental shift, the Yellowstone hotspot was right here. And boy, was it mad. Lava flows, they weren't projectile lava flows, they were oozing lava flows. Deep, thick, red hot lava coming out of the ground just like in Hawaii. Same thing, just on a bigger scale. Look at how good these dogs are being. Good job, doggies. You guys are doing good. Anyway, as these flows continued, they ran all the way to the Pacific Ocean. These lava flows went in just a flat line layer. They coated eastern Washington, not just once, not just twice, but many times, many times. In fact, the lava flows here go 2 miles straight down of layers of lava flows. German chocolate cake right below me. Dinosaurs below that. So there we are, set that way for a long time, through ice ages, through all kinds of stuff. But what was going to come next after the ice age started to wrap up, so now we're talking 16,000 years ago, polar ice caps all the way covering part of Washington, up in northern Idaho, and of course all of Canada was covered in these Arctic glaciers. Well, stuff started warming up and those things started melting. They created a big pool up in Missoula, Montana, and probably some pools up in Canada too. Those floods cleaned the clock of eastern Washington, hit the Columbia, tore their way down the Columbia, created all those cliffs along the Columbia Gorge as these floodwaters pushed their way to the Pacific Ocean. So that happened, drastically changing the landscape. If we go forward from that, we start to see man showing up in these areas. Humans were trotting these lands. I don't know to what degree they witnessed the floods, and it would be really interesting to know how that all worked. But I do know in Umatilla, Oregon, which is just down the road from us, there was a civilization from 11,000 years ago found. And of course we know the story of the ancient one, the Kennewick man, who tested positive DNA testing to the local native tribes that still live around this area, because they fit into this story. We got that going on too. It's not known how long they were here. It very well could be. As their teachings put it, they've always been here. I don't think we have a way to disprove that. They owned these lands for a long time. A minimum of 10,000 years they spent roaming these plains, fishing salmon, dodging floods, probably. Hope so. Next sighting that's known about well is Lewis and Clark, 1805, came in here. So now you got white guys and one black guy. And one of the things that Lewis and Clark, the journals reveal, is that the natives in this area, which would be the Wanapum or the Chumnapum, related to the Nez Perce, related to the Yakima, and also related to the Umatilla. They were all sort of a coalition. Wanapum was the smallest of the tribes, and they had a little different teaching religion-wise, and I don't know if we'll cover that, but they've got a great story too. Part of this Reactor tour that I really want to do is explain it from the Wanapum point of view. I want to take the time to try and put myself in their place where they were. Still going? Yeah. Put myself in their place where they were when Hanford showed up. We're going to work our way up to that. We got a lot of story to get through, but just know that a lot of this is going to be from the Wanapum point of view because, well, they were first. They deserve it. Back to Lewis and Clark. They're coming through. They have a salmon feast with the Wanapum just right down there, 2 miles down. And they get to know them. Some of the things that were noted about the Wanapum is that they had jewelry. They had some white man artifacts already. Lewis and Clark weren't the first ones to hit this area where all of these rivers collide. The rivers pushed to the low spot of the geography because of basalt. 2 miles of basalt is really heavy, packs it down. This is the low spot of eastern Washington right here. We're a little over 200 feet, and it's 200 miles to the Pacific Ocean. It's not a big drop. There, Lewis and Clark are hanging out with the Wanapum, seeing mass amounts of of salmon drying. Wanapum basically means river people. And the Wanapum part of this story revolves around the river, as does basically everything that happens from here on out.